Picture a small town in Mississippi, where the nights are calm and the community feels like family. Welcome to Courtland, population of 500. It was just that kind of place on December 6th of 2014. But on a lonely stretch of Heron Road, a tragedy unfolded that would shake this town to its core. A young woman, full of life, was caught in a moment of unimaginable horror. Her name was Jessica Chambers, and her story, a mystery that is still unsolved, begins here. Jessica was the heart of Courtland, a girl whose laughter could brighten the darkest day. But that cold December night, her light was stolen in a crime so brutal it defied comprehension. What led to this tragedy? Was it a chance encounter? A hidden grudge? Or a secret buried in the town's quiet streets? Join me as we unravel a story of loss, suspicion, and a truth that is still out of reach. This is the unsolved murder of Jessica Chambers.
Jessica Chambers' mother, Lisa, hasn't been able to close her eyes at night. Thoughts of her daughter burning alive are just too much.
Last night was the first night I slept all night.
With no arrests or suspects, all the Chambers family has to rely on is each other and their faith.
Courtland, Mississippi. It's a place where time moves slowly, and neighbors are like kin. It's where Jessica Chambers grew up. Born in 1995, a spark of joy in a small world. As a cheerleader at South Panola High, she lit up the sidelines, her smile a beacon under Friday night lights. Her mom, Lisa, called her quick to laugh, quick to love, always pulling people together. Jessica dreamed of nursing, of making a difference. But the road after high school was bumpy. She drifted into a rough crowd, faced minor legal troubles. Yet by 2014, she was finding her footing. She was in a recovery program. She renewed her faith. And she had big plans marked for her comeback. Jessica's days were simple but full. Cruising with friends, blasting music, and helping her mom Lisa at home. She was a connector, embracing everyone from old classmates to new faces. But Courtland had its shadows. Rumors of gang activity, petty crime. Could Jessica's open heart have crossed paths with danger? December 6, 2014, was just another Saturday for Jessica. She hung out with friends, catching up and laughing. Then she napped at her mom's house on Carlisle Road. Around 5:30 p.m., she told her mom Lisa that she was off to grab food and clean her car. A quick errand, nothing out of the ordinary. At 6:30, security footage caught her at the M&M gas station on Highway 51, a mile from home. She bought gas, grabbed a snack, and chatted with locals, her smile as bright as ever. But in the next hour and a half, something went terribly wrong. By 8:10 p.m., on Heron Road, surrounded by woods, Jessica's life was slipping away. What happened in that missing time? Who did she meet, and why did it end in such horror? At 8:10 p.m., firefighters rushed to Heron Road, expecting a simple car fire. Instead, they found Jessica Chambers, her body consumed by flames, walking toward them in a desperate struggle to survive. Burns covered 93% of her body, her hair singed beyond recognition. A flammable liquid had been poured on her, up her nose, and down her throat. A deliberate, unimaginable act. Firefighter later shared his anguish.
When I arrived, I pulled on up to where the car was on fire, and What did you see?
I saw Jessica standing in the road.
What was this person wearing?
When I seen her, she had nothing on but her panties. I got out and I got a blanket, and she had her arms out, was coming towards me, saying, "Help me, help me, help me."
Nicole, I want you to describe for this jury, what did she look like? What was the condition of Jessica Chambers?
Her hair was fried out like she had stuck it in a light socket. And she had black all over her face. Her body was severely burned.
She was fighting to live even then. Jessica was airlifted to a Memphis hospital, but her injuries were too severe. She died early on December 7th, 2014. Yet, in her final moments, first responders claimed she spoke, offering a clue that would shape the case. What did she say? And would it lead to any answers?
Jessica's dad says his dying daughter may have been able to whisper her attacker's name to first responders.
She asked them who done it, and she gave them a name. But
Do you know that name?
no, sir, I don't. They won't tell me what the name was.
The Panola County Sheriff's Department dove into the case, tracing Jessica's final hours. Her car, a charred wreck, confirmed an accelerant was used, ruling out an accident. Investigators explored her world. Friends, ex-boyfriend Travis Sanford, even whispers of gang ties. Though evidence was scarce, Courtland hummed with rumors, some pointing to racial motives, others to the town's underbelly of petty crime. In 2015, a lead emerged from Jessica's phone records, pointing to someone she'd met just weeks before. His name was Quinton Tellis, a local with a troubled past, and soon he became the focal point of a case that divided a town. Who was Tellis and what tied him to Jessica? Quinton Tellis was a Courtland native, known to many in Jessica's circle, but his life was marred by trouble. At 22 in 2010, he was convicted of burglary and fleeing police, sentenced to 5 years, but released only after 1 year. In 2012, another burglary earned him 8 years, yet he was out in 2 years. His record marked him as a repeat offender, always slipping through the system. Jessica met Tellis on November 29, 2014, through mutual friends. They exchanged numbers, hung out a few times, and on December 6, phone records showed they rode around together. Tellis claims he parted ways with Jessica, spending the evening with his girlfriend, Chiquita Jackson, a local woman he'd later marry. He texted Chiquita at 6:56 p.m. and bought a $40 prepaid card at 8:26 p.m. But in 2015, Tellis' story crumbled. Cell phone data placed him with Jessica near Heron Road during the fire, contradicting his alibi. His DNA was on her car keys. Then came a chilling revelation. 8 months after Jessica's death, Tellis was arrested in Louisiana for using the debit card of Ming Chen Xiao, a 34-year-old student who was tortured and stabbed over 30 times. He pleaded guilty to unauthorized card use, sentenced to 10 years, and remains a suspect in her murder. Police saw a pattern. Escalating crimes, escalating violence. Was Tellis capable of a murder? A critical clue came from Jessica's final moments. First responders, including firefighter David Gamel and a paramedic Josh Perkins, testified that she whispered, "Eric set me on fire," or possibly it was Derek set me on fire. Deputy Daryl House noted she mentioned a black male, but her voice was barely audible. Dr. Carolyn Hidgen, a speech pathologist, testified that Jessica's burns likely made a clear speech impossible, suggesting the name was misheard. Tellis' name was not Eric or Derek, igniting debate. Defense attorney Darla Palmer argued Jessica was coherent enough to name her attacker, pointing to someone else. One theory involved Chiquita Jackson's cousin, Eric Hill, a local man with no known connection to Jessica or the crime. He just happens to be named Eric, and he is the cousin of Tellis' girlfriend. The Eric question divided Courtland and sparked online theories, with expos still wrestling with it. Was Jessica naming her killer, or was it a tragic miscommunication? In February of 2016, Tellis was indicted for Jessica's murder while in Louisiana for Xiao's debit card case. Prosecutors argued he strangled Jessica after she rejected him, set her on fire thinking she was dead, and fled the scene. The evidence, cell phone pings, DNA, deleted texts, was compelling but circumstantial. The first trial in October of 2017 ended in a mistrial. Jurors split over the Eric issue, and confused by instructions. The 2018 retrial also deadlocked, with the witness mentioning a hitchhiker seen that night, hinting at another suspect. Oxygen's Unspeakable Crime docuseries, available on YouTube, explores Tellis' defense. His mother, Rebecca, insists he's innocent, showing producers a gas can that the police never seized, still in her shed. Ashanta Winfield, Jessica's neighbor and friend, defends Tellis, emphasizing Jessica's inclusive nature. Quote, "She loved everybody, never saw color," end quote. Tellis, in a prison interview with Beth Karras, claimed police targeted him. But his record, burglaries in 2010 and 2012, fleeing police, and the Sal case suggests a capacity for crime. In 2019, the district attorney declined a third trial. Tellis, serving a 5-year burglary sentence in Mississippi, faces a hearing in Louisiana for Sal's murder. Jessica's murder shattered Courtland's sense of safety. Racial tension surfaced, with some labeling it missing white woman syndrome, while others pointed to gang activity after 17 suspected gang members were arrested during the investigation. Though unrelated, online, Reddit, and X buzzed with theories. Was Tellis guilty, or was Eric still out there? Some pointed to Jessica's ex, Travis Sanford, or gang retaliation, but no evidence held. Lisa Chambers, Jessica's mom, passed away in 2021. She fought tirelessly for her daughter, saying, quote, "Jessica deserves answers," end quote. Oxygen's docuseries and podcasts like Crime Junkie keep her story alive, urging tips. Somebody might know something. Tellis' supporters, his mother, friends like Ashanta, stand by him, but his past, from burglaries to the Sal case, cast doubt quickly. Did police lock on to Tellis too quick? Or is he a predator who slipped away? 10 years later, Jessica Chambers' murder remains a shadow over Courtland. Her laughter silenced, but not forgotten. Quinton Tellis, with his troubled past and loyal defenders, leaves us questioning. Was he her killer? Or does someone named Eric, or Derek, still walk free? A single tip could bring justice. If you know something, say something. Let's keep this conversation going. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear Jessica's story. In the comments, tell me, what do you think happened that night? And what's your take on Tellis' role? Thanks for watching. It's been your boy Buck, and until next time, stay curious and stay safe.